Hi everybody, Tim Bartsch here, your Ford video guy with another install video. Just did one the other day and I have another one I'm going to do today because someone sent me something and asked me to try it out, do a video, and install and everything else for something that they're selling, and I think a lot of people are interested in this, and this is the Ford Auto Stop Eliminator. So some of you out there do not like the auto start stop. It's on all your Broncos, pretty much all Ford vehicles. And the way it works is that the EPA actually gives manufacturers a credit towards the requirements if they add auto start stop to their vehicles. They did this years ago, and now they are doing away with it. No more credits, but the vehicles that are still around still have the auto start stop. There isn't going to be any kind of over-the-air update or anything like that because it's a physical button and everything. But there's companies like this that have an eliminator out there. I'll put a link down below for you if you're wanting to get one of these. It's a Citreal is, I believe, the company here on this one. But kind of show you that. Comes in a package and pretty easy to install. We're going to go over that. So make sure you're subscribed with other videos like this so you don't miss out on anything, and to the channel, and hopefully give it a thumbs up and see if you guys like this. But let's go ahead and get this installed. Let's see how difficult it is to install in the vehicle and go over exactly what's in the package. So in this package, you're going to see the wiring for this assembly here, this eliminator, and basically you're going to be plugging this in to where behind the climate control. So I have to pull this panel out to get to it anyway, so that you're going to plug that in. And then there's instructions in here. So it tells you, here's all the vehicles that this works for: 2015 to 2025 Ford F-150, 2019 to 2025 Ford Ranger, 2018 to 2025 Ford Expedition, 2020 to 2025 Ford Explorer, 21 to 25 Ford Bronco, like we have here, 21 to 25 Ford Bronco Sport, and a 22 to 25 Ford Maverick. So it works on all those vehicles. And they also give you kind of some instructions in here. Not really a lot of instructions for the most part, but just to tell you like what vehicles it works on. And here's, if your auto start stop looks like one of these three, then it's compatible. And it kind of shows you a few things there, and also shows you kind of what you're looking for. So this is just an example on an F-150 of what has to be pulled off, and it tells you in there that this is what you want to do. You want to look for that factory climate plug, and then you're going to unplug it, and then you're going to plug this in place of that, and then put it back on. So control panels are various for different car models. Above is showing an F-150 panel as reference. Please look for the same AC climate plug behind the AC control panel in your vehicle accordingly during installation. So that's pretty much what they give you there. So basically we're going to be needing to pull this out to get to it for the Ford Bronco. So I'll be showing you how to install it on a Ford Bronco, but you're going to need to figure out how to disassemble your dash or the climate control of your dash to get to the button. Basically, it's going to be whatever's right behind where the auto start stop switch is. This is all bundled together for this. So that's what we're going to be looking for here. For this, ought to be pretty easy. We're going to pull this down and then pull the glove box, just open it. There's a bolt on this, 7mm socket, and that will just unscrew it there. It should pop off, hopefully. Cross our fingers. Now, this is easier if you take the glove box out, but I really don't want to because I got a lot of stuff in my glove box. So I'm hoping I don't have to do that. Or if you have a screwdriver that you can just go straight on it that has a socket, then you can go ahead and just, turn it. That might be easier. So in this one over here, the bolt is right here, and that holds that in, and you just pull this down. So you can just pull from the middle, pull right under here. These are all just clips that you want to make sure you pull straight back though, and then it's on a hinge, so it just sits there. This one was a lot easier than that other side was. Of course, the side that I have the most clearance is easier, right? All right, so that right there should allow this to just be pulled back now and out. It's always good if you have these trim pieces. They work pretty well for a lot of this stuff. To help with getting things out. There we go. So, there we go. Just pull those out and hope that you don't break any of those. There's several of those that have clips. Looks like they have little blue clips on them in there, so you want to kind of see where those are, and there's actually several of them in there. You want to get them in the right places. It looks like I actually might have pulled one of those clips, but I don't see it laying anywhere, so I think I might be all right. All right, so I got that out, and it's going to be right here, so we're just going to plug the other one right into it. So it might be difficult to do with two hands here, so let me go ahead and get it connected and show you what's going on there. All right, so once I have it in there, we have it connected. Make sure it snaps into place really good on both of them. And then this here is long enough that it can come over here, so you can kind of have all the wires in there and they fit. And then we're gonna, at that point, I think before I put it back together, I'm gonna see if it works. So let's go ahead and start it up and see if it works. And at this point, we're gonna start it up. And what it should do is it should say off on this almost immediately from startup. So there we go, it says off. Without me pressing a button, it says off. So it is working. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So again, start up, it's doing it immediately and without any issues. So let's go ahead and get everything put back and looking clean and everything, and we'll show you the finished results, and we'll test this out. All right, so there we go. We have that installed. Everything's back into place and everything. Really wasn't difficult to do. And when I turn that off, then it's automatically, without me having to press a button, it's going to disable it. Boom, it's off. I didn't have to touch anything, and it's disabled, which is a nice thing to do. So it's real nice and easy. Now, can I hit it? Yes, but what's the benefit of this is every time you shut the vehicle off, you're going to have to do that again and press the button again, but this is going to disable it, so I don't have to remember to do that. So this is going to be a nice thing for those especially that maybe they tend to forget to hit the button, they don't want it, and really over time it's not the best thing for your vehicle. There's a lot of things that Ford has that you know, are great things and great systems, but overall, if you use them too often or incorrectly, they can damage the longevity of your vehicle, your motor, different things like that. Auto Start Stop is one of those things where, you know, it can be used so many engine cycles before you see any issues with it. But the more it's used, shuts your engine off, turns it back on, it is going to, over time, your starter can go out. I've heard a lot of people say, yep, my starter went out, and you know, it's because I use the Auto Start Stop constantly, and my starter eventually did go out, and it was after my warranty was up. That 3-year, 36,000 mile warranty, you know, it's going to happen after your warranty is up. It's not going to happen in the first 3 years, but if you keep your vehicles for a while, it can hurt your starters, also battery too. So it's when you have that, when you come up to that stoplight and you press that brake, it shuts that off. Now your battery is working at 100% with no recharge back to your battery to run any electronics, your screens, your productivity screens, right? If you have, it doesn't work your climate, but any other draw that you have, I actually have a Wolfbox dash cam. All that's being drawn off the battery as well. So this is a great benefit so that you don't really have to remember to disable each time. It's going to permanently do it for you. So if that's something that interests you, check the link down below and go ahead and go over and get yours. They're not too expensive and real easy to install, as well as you saw with this video. So for more videos like this, make sure you're subscribed with the bell notification turned on so you don't miss any of our videos. Till the next video, stay positive, be kind to one another, be kind to yourself. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.